Welcome back, third grade, to this week's story of Tales of the Trickster. We get to learn about trickster tales this week. This is a nonfiction story, or it's expository. These texts present facts and details about real people, places, and things. We're going to also be focusing on compare and contrast, okay? How things are similar and how things are different. Okay, so Tales of the Trickster. How do storytellers explain the world we live in? Where does the wind come from? Why is there night? Why does the leopard have spots? Nowadays, scientists investigate, which means to study, and answer questions like these. But long ago, people made up stories to explain how the world works. Some of these stories were trickster tales. Meet the trickster. A trickster is a character in a story. Tricksters use their wits to get what they want. Sometimes they trick other characters. Sometimes they are the ones being tricked. Oh, so that must mean that they're not always the ones tricking. Sometimes they're the ones being tricked. A trickster doesn't always have the same name or even the same body. He is often an animal with human features such as a coyote, fox, tortoise, or spider. The trickster animals. Like an actor playing different parts in different movies, the trickster has many roles. For example, the trickster character varies or changes in Native American stories. He can be a cunning coyote in a story from the Crow Nation. He may be a brave raven in a story from the Pacific Northwest. Cunning means smart. Or the trickster may be a spider dressed in deerskin clothes in a Dakota Territory tale. The way things work. Native American trickster tales were spoken, not written. They were passed down from one storyteller to the next. However, each person puts his or her stamp on the story. Oral stories, those are ones spoken out loud, are different from written stories. Written stories stay the same on pages. They may pass from generation to generation this way. Spoken stories are different because they can change over time. A storyteller doesn't always memorize a tale word for word. The storyteller might remember important parts at the beginning, middle, and end. As a result, no two stories are ever told exactly the same. So think about our skill this week, compare and contrast. What are the difference between oral stories that are told out loud and written stories that are written down? All right, turning the page. Here we have a picture of a storyteller. Storyteller Robert Graygrass has Lakota and Cherokee roots. Native American storytellers. Robert Graygrass is a Native American storyteller who was born in California. He has appeared in many storytelling events, such as the Bay Area Storytelling Festival in El Sembrante, California. He was great, said 10-year-old Patrick Waymond. He told stories about animals and how things got to be the way they are. Like other storytellers, Graygrass uses insightful tales to teach, inspire, and entertain. He tells many stories about the history of Native Americans. Some of his tales also describe mankind's place in the universe. Another Native American storyteller is Rose Red Elk, or Red Feather Woman. She was born on a reservation in Poplar, Montana. When Rose was a child, Her father and grandfather told her stories about her ancestors. Now a successful storyteller herself, she says, stories were used as teaching tools, lessons to learn in life, and the history of the people. The majority of Rose's tales are from Sioux and Assiniboine tribes. Unlike some other storytellers, Rose sets her words to music. She uses this technique to make her stories even more entertaining. Worldwide tricksters. It isn't only Native Americans who tell trickster tales. Many countries have their own trickster stories. Korea's trickster shows up in The Ungrateful Tiger. And children in India hear about the fish that were too clever. The trickster has a strong place in American folk traditions. Ricardo Salmona, who worked at the American Folk Art Museum in New York City, says trickster stories can pass along jokes, relay instructions on honoring the dead, preserve figures of speech, many things. Salmona says they have become part of the fabric of our communities. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that story. Make sure you go back to the story and read it carefully when you answer the questions on the document that goes with it. Okay, so use your book to answer those questions. Till next time, bye.